All right, so I'm live. I just want to make sure I'm in the right place. So if you are here, welcome. If you're not, hopefully you'll be here soon.
I'm right here, and you are live because I'm seeing it on the YouTube.
You see it on YouTube?
I see it on the YouTube. I just
Oh.
came in and then we flip-flop places.
Yes, because you are the lead mic.
It's not lead, Mike. I just... Let me go post it, and then we'll get back into where we were.
Okay. Perfect. That's so odd, man.
That was weird.
Such a odd, and it. Oh yeah, because I didn't put the picture.
Do we want to kick from where we were?
I mean,
that's up to you.
Hey, SmackDown is happening, guys. Yeah, we just go from where we were.
Yeah,
you're not missing anything. DIY.
Give me one second. I gotta repost it in the Discord because I deleted my post in the Discord. Because, now we are live. All right.
Now we're really live.
We really are really live.
All the way live. Hopefully Matt pops in.
Matt will pop in.
Hopefully he finds us this time. Oh, that's funny.
So Saturday we're going to the Gaybq.
The what?
The GAYBQ.
Okay.
Barbecue at our gay friend's house.
Respect.
We call it the Gaybq. There he is.
That is insane. But
it's the best. So here we are in the middle of SmackDown.
Matt, we've been talking for an hour.
Yep.
And luckily you popped in.
And Brad Marsh just hit his third home run of the season. Put the Phillies up 3-1 against them dumb Padres.
Okay. Well,
anyway,
telling us things that we don't care about while we're supposed to be talking about wrestling is something.
After Ron Killings and Aleister Black had their interaction in the ring, we got a title match. We got Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, the champions, against the Wyatt Six. We get Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis.
Yes.
It was a match.
A match that happened. WWE, what are we doing here? Like, we've lost, like, not only has the Wyatt Six lost its luster, but all of their matches can't just end in shenanigans, right?
No.
And like, not even them losing in shenanigans and just clearing house and standing tall, like that's already gotten old, and they haven't even done it that many times.
No, but everybody interfered. There's all kinds of interference all over the place. It ended up being a no contest. Matt, while you were working, we obviously were not working on YouTube at that moment.
Correct.
So it happened.
Yeah. It just, I mean.
Wonder now that we're going back to 2 hours, maybe they'll phase them down a little bit.
I don't think they need to be phased down. I just think they need direction, and not just shenanigans. That's not a direction. That's just chaos, right?
It is.
And that could work if there's some type of purpose. When they were doing the backstage segments, when they were doing the videos, it seemed like the purpose was, fulfilling kind of a promise. Bro kind of like, hey, I'm doing this for Bray. And you could only do it for Bray for so long, and it has to be a payoff. I think there was an injury involved, and he was gone for a while. Now they're back.
Yeah,
what are we doing? What's the end game?
But it was chaos. It ended, and then we get to the next match, and the next match was fun. I enjoyed the next match. We had Nia Jax, your queen, against Tiffany Stratton in it was a
street fight, a Riyadh street fight.
A Riyadh street fight. The first Riyadh Avenue street fight.
Yes.
Or whatever the hell the avenue was that they said it was.
Yes.
And this was not a technical match. This was two women beating the shit out of each other, is what this was.
Man, Nia was boy, I mean, Nia took some crazy bumps too, but man, that was
Yeah,
a fight. They fought each other,
they did.
and I mean,
They did. Um,
when she splashed her through that table, I d- I didn't know what to think. That looked like it should have ended the match. Actually, I thought they were actually double. It was going to be a double count out
it
after
almost
she
was
splashed
at
her through
one
the
point.
through the yes. It was
Um,
they have great chemistry. They have really good chemistry.
and then during the match, both women down and out. Here comes Crazy. I'm just gonna call her Crazy from now on because she is certifiably crazy, and I love it. I love it about her. I
Yes.
love the character. I love everything about Naomi right now. But here
Mhm.
comes Naomi, and Tiffany beat her down with the briefcase, double moonsault, put Jax through 2 tables at ringside. One kept her belt. It was a fun match. It was
It was.
6.5 on the Richter scale.
Hey, man. Everybody can't handle. Everybody can't handle that earthquake.
It was a weapon of mass destruction.
Yes.
So that was cool, and that was a
Mhm.
fun match. And the
Yes.
clock's winding down, and we know that we still have John Cena to come out. And here comes John Cena. John Cena's gonna do his thing.
Shtick. Yep.
He comes down, and before John Cena gets to talk, this old theme song starts up on the screen, and it's the Thugonomics theme song, but it's not. It says Punkonomics.
So John Cena was the doctor of thugonomics. CM Punk is the R registered nurse of thugonomics. I got he's like the RN of
CM Punk
thugonomics.
love. He came down dressed just like the doctor of thugonomics with his 2 ring fingers that said drug free, which was a wonderful touch.
Yes, it was.
The video screen it was called Punkonomics. Again, wonderful touch.
Great. It was a good segment. I have to give it to Punk. I don't give him a lot of credit, but
It was a really fun segment.
mhm.
Punk stumbled over a couple of the lines, and I
Yes.
that's a lot to remember. And to have
Yeah,
to do
yeah.
it, like it's one thing if you're just talking back and forth, but if you got to remember a cadence and a rap like that, like even in the car when I'm driving and I'm doing Forget About Dre, and I know all these lyrics from back in the day, I stumble too. So I feel Punk. We stumble.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I mean, like if you fault him for stumbling while doing a rap that he did not write, he probably didn't write himself, then you're
No,
an idiot.
probably
Like
not.
you're an idiot. Like if
Derek,
you're just
I want to see afterwards how much Cena helped him write those lyrics because Cena's actually really good with that stuff.
yeah, no, he can do it. He can do it all. He can freestyle it and make it pretty believable.
But that was, I mean, look, it wasn't a bad SmackDown. It wasn't a great SmackDown, but it wasn't a bad SmackDown. They've been getting better. And then with the announcement that we're going to 2 hours officially on July 4th, which again, for those joining us a little late because we had some technical difficulties, Raw was taped, or Raw was live Monday. SmackDown for July 4th was taped after Raw to give the superstars a long week vacation, especially with the hectic travel schedule. I think that's a great move.
Correct. Really good move.
We'll do Night of Champions, and then I have a list.
Okay.
I have a fun list.
So Night of Champions, I thought was fantastic. I don't think there was, even with shenanigans, I don't think there was one dud on Night of Champions. I thought they were all solid matches. I don't think they were great matches, but I think I had a great time watching Night of Champions.
The only real complaint that I saw was that you call it Night of Champions and there's only one belt. It's 2 belts. I'm sorry. There's only 2 belts being defended. Out of the what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of the 6 matches, you only had 2 belts. Okay.
I didn't even think of that because I, for the longest time, thought this was going to be called King of the Ring. like when they said Night of Champions a while, I was like, where did that come from? Like,
Yeah.
because it's the King of the Ring, like it's or
Well,
King Queen of the Ring, whatever you want to call it.
was Night of Champions what they called the one last year where they won them big gaudy belts that nobody ever
No, that
sees
was
anymore?
Crown Jewel.
That's
That
Crown
no,
Jewel.
no, that was something else.
That's
No, it
that's
wasn't.
that's what's in
I
Perth.
think it was Crown Jewel. I think
Yeah,
it was
that's what's
Crown
in
Jewel.
Perth this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. The big belts that you only see once a year.
That you'll probably never see again. I don't
No,
think we'll
well,
ever see those big
I don't
belts
know.
again.
You might get the brief. You might get them. You might get the 2 guys getting paid to just walk around with a briefcase.
Touche.
You see, I think what they were trying to do with that is like the guys that carry around the Stanley Cup. They're trying to like get that aura. Like they, you have the one guy that's always wiping the Stanley Cup down, and you got these 2 guys with big briefcases now walking around. I think they're trying to go for that aura.
If you know anything about Saudi Arabians, they like to go bigger and better, right?
Mhm.
So you have a WWE title. Let's make, and they paid for those titles themselves, and that's like real gold. That's real diamond. Like all of that stuff is real. Like the King of the Ring, the crowns. You remember the Xavier Woods crown, with the Burger King crown?
Yep. Yep.
Those were real. Like those are real gold. Like the crowns this year. At least it looked the part this year. It didn't look like, the cheap stuff that they've had in the past.
Yep.
But I think it's all because Saudi they don't want to be taken lightly. They want their events to be on par or bigger than the events in the States. And that's why they pay for those things. And that's why they pay for those belts, those big, stupid, crazy looking belts.
Those belts, I'm just looking to see how much the actual belt costs. I swear I saw it somewhere. Anyway, if I come across it. It looks like it's at least 50 carats worth of diamonds, which is millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Crazy. But Night of Champions. Some good matches. Started off in a way I didn't expect to start off.
Man. So Randall Keith Orton and Cody Raheem Rhodes. Those two guys. Man, the ovations they got, like Randy Orton, that probably was the greatest Randy Orton entrance. That crowd was so high. I was driving home, and I had it on my phone. I had it playing through my speakers, and I was in awe with how loud it was. And I kept peeking out of the corner of my eye. You could tell Randy is just impressed, right?
Oh
He's
my
like,
God,
oh
yeah.
man. Like he's like, oh man, these guys are singing. Like when he first came out and he first heard him singing the song, he's like, oh man, this is loud. Like this is like the old Dwayne, the goosebump moment.
I think it was louder than France.
Yeah, France was indoors. It was kind of it was
A smaller stadium.
contained.
Yeah.
Contained sound. The sound echoes a lot easier in France. There, big open stadium, thousands of probably 50, 60,000 people in there. Just going nuts. It was loud and it was impressive. And those guys showed out, man. Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. That was a really good match. That was an old school match, as they said.
It was. 25,000 fans.
Okay.
Still,
I was off by
a lot of fans.
Yeah, yes.
This is a great back and forth. This was a great old school match. Both of them kicking out of finishers and not being able to get the upper hand on each other. And there was a couple. The weird thing was the back. Randy Orton with the back, if that was real or not. It was just kind of oddly placed.
No, Randy, like anytime I feel like they sell the back like that, it's kind of it's to not make Cody seem like he's that much better than Randy. It's like, oh, I was just hurt because my back, I'm old, I'm having back issues. I definitely think that was a work. Just because the way he sold it the entire match. Like wrestlers, if he wasn't supposed to sell it the entire match, he would have figured something else out,
Right.
But I thought that actually that worked well. That was one of the things that worked well for me is how well he was selling the back the entire match because like you said, you didn't know if it was real or not. So that's actually good selling.
So then he he goes out and gets a chair. Randy goes out and gets a chair. And the ref
Because that'll
pulls
help you win, right?
right, but he did it on purpose because he knew what the ref was going to do. So the ref took the chair away from him and he walked over to the turnbuckle and he undid the turnbuckle and exposed the turnbuckle, which the ref didn't see. You know, refs don't see that stuff.
Cowboy Bob Orton move right there.
Yep. And he ended up not being able to use it. Cody used it and won the match.
That was the biggest. Actually, that was probably the overarching issue of Night of Champions was the finishes.
Yeah.
There was some very, and they weren't wonk. I mean, there was one that was wonky, and the internet seemed to have a huge meltdown over it. But like a lot of the finishes just came out of nowhere. Like kind of like Julian in Selena. That match just came, like that match just ended. Like it was just so random. And a lot of those matches ended that way. It was just out of nowhere, but there wasn't a sell to it. Like Randy went into the turnbuckle and he grimaced for like 2 seconds, ate a crossroads, and the pin was just, it was so sudden. And it was just like, you don't even get a chance to kind of grimace that he went into the turnbuckle.
I was expecting something to happen right after because the way the camera was focused on Cody getting the crown and standing there, and you could see Randy starting to walk up the ramp and then stopping and then kept looking back and then got off the ramp and walked next to the ramp and kept looking back. I like that they're planting the seed. They've been planting the seeds a little bit here and there, a little bit here and there with the almost punting, and I think he almost punted him this time too.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I like that they're planting that seed that he's going to turn, but they're going to slow burn his turn because of Cena being around still.
Yeah. I thought the ring psychology, other than the finish, I thought it was just a fantastic match. And Randy he's like the pros of all pros. He understands it so well. Him and Cody worked well. And like him not punting Cody, I think that actually pushes him further to the dark side because he's like, oh, I should have done that.
Like KO. KO did.
I could have took the head off, but I didn't.
We were wrong. It was not a Riyadh street fight with Naomi or with Nia and Tiffany. I think that was a last woman standing.
Oh, that was the last woman standing. There was a street fight though.
There was a street fight that came next. The Riyadh Boulevard street fight, Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez.
Okay. There we go.
This was a brutal match.
I think a star was born in Riyadh on the Riyadh Boulevard.
On the Riyadh Boulevard.
Because Raquel Rodriguez put on a show. She was bigger than Rhea. She was more intimidating than Rhea. She was more physical than Rhea in this match. Mm-hmm. Rhea pulled this win out of nowhere, but Raquel beat the living hell out of her in this match.
Trapping her up in the ropes and then whooping her with the kendo stick in the ribs. Again, I said this in the chat. I'm going to tell you from experience, the kendo stick effing hurts.
I mean, yeah, it's not. It even hurts. If it was plastic, it still hurts. Like it has to make noise.
It's wood.
Not, it's wood. Yeah, it's bamboo,
and it hurts.
Or close.
I have a sticker of Matt dropping to his knees that he hates every time I use it. Of that, I don't think Rhea should have won either. What's up, Kenny?
I disagree. I actually disagree. Only for the point of I'm just trying to be contrarian. Go ahead, guys. I'm just kidding.
I mean, Rhea took her belt off, a studded belt, and whooped Raquel with that. That can't feel good.
Such a good match, man. Like,
I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
When I was a young boy and I stole money from my mom and dad, and remember, this is this is like the 80s, so it's a different world.
Yeah.
My dad took me down the cellar steps, took my pants down, and with a brown man's leather belt, gave me some swats on my butt. That hurt.
Like
This
an
is
old
the
school
belt.
leather belt too.
Yes.
It's like
This
not
is a
this
belt
thin
with
stuff that they have now, like that
this is a
thick leather.
belt with studs on it. This is a belt with it. Ow.
Yeah. Great. This is a great match. Like those, I mean, they have such great chemistry. Just like if you go back and rewatch their match, they had I think they had a last woman standing match in NXT.
NXT. Yep.
Like in the video package before the match, how they're best friends, how they got matching tattoos. Just you can tell like they have this great chemistry. They're probably great friends outside. They're probably best friends outside the ring.
I just want to highlight that Kenny and I have both experienced this.
I will never. My dad never used the belt. He just used his hand, and his hands is probably like way worse. But I mean, here we are, trauma bonding over getting abused as kids.
That's
But I mean, just great match.
Yep.
I thought there was a spot where Rhea tried to hurricanrana Raquel into the a table that was leaning in the corner, and Raquel caught herself. And I was like, one, that was a really cool spot that Rhea actually got that move off. But two, Raquel didn't play the bumbling idiot that she generally played in the Judgment Day and just came out there looking like a badass. Like she came out of that match looking like $1,000,000. And both women put on just a great, tremendous match. Rhea won with the avalanche riptide off of a table stacked in the corner. Like, what?
Shout out to the referee who after this whole pay-per-view was over, or PLE, whatever you want to call it, they showed, so she balanced the table across the two ropes in the corner, and the ref reached up and held it in place while Rhea was up there to make sure that the table didn't slip off when she made her move.
Correct.
Not mentioned was Roxanne Perez showing up to offer a little bit of help, and she got put in a little baby trash can. They had a little baby trash can.
Great spot. And then she kicked it. The great spot. Man, I don't think I need to say I love Roxanne Perez, and we'll get to Monday Night Raw and how excellent, times are changing in, the Monday Night Raw landscape, in the women's tag team landscape. But once again, just kudos to all women involved.
Yep.
It wasn't too like Roxanne came in there, but she didn't overshadow the match. She didn't ruin the match by any stretch of the match because it was a cool spot with the trash can.
Yep.
Just great match.
And Kenny's right. Raquel looked like there's no one in the locker room who could beat her if she got mad.
Absolutely. She made Rhea look small.
She did.
Like in that match, she just standing next to her, she made Rhea look small. Like she is Big Mommy Cool, man. She definitely won me over. She won me back because like her main roster run has not been too great.
She looked like she's always been the sidekick to Liv, and now she looks like she's up here, which is going to be good for when Liv comes back. But we'll get there in a few minutes.
Yes.
Then we move on to the match that I actually thought, and I believe a couple of us thought was going to steal the show, and it didn't steal the show. Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross.
A better match than I thought it was going to be, because I didn't think it was going to steal. Like
I thought. Well, no, I'm sorry. I think we thought a lot of people thought the Jacob match was going to steal the show. I thought this was going to be a really, really good match. Unfortunately, because of where they're at, Karrion had no shot at winning this match. And it sucks for him. Like, good that he finally got a match on a PLE, but bad for him that it happened to be one in this place that Sami is like more beloved than probably anybody on the roster right now.
Correct. Right when he came out, I was like, there's no way because Karrion came out to a good pop. Yep. The crowd loved him. Scarlett looked like Scarlett. God bless her soul. Man. And Karrion came out. He actually looked like a monster coming out there on Saturday. Like he looked like the Karrion Kross I want to see him become. The hair is a little bit longer. You know, he looked like a badass. But when Sami came out there, I was like, oh, there's no way.
No.
There's no way Karrion is winning this match because they literally would riot. Like they would go insane if Karrion Kross had won that match. Solid match.
It was, and I think they purposely had Karrion take a lot of back bumps because he took a lot of back bumps in the match, and that's fine.
Correct.
It worked. It hopefully it shut the people up saying that he doesn't take back bumps and all that dumb stuff. Get rid of that noise. I hope that they build on this somehow for him into something more positive.
I think they will.
I hope so.
I think so. I think going into Monday, they didn't blow it off. That's what I would say. They didn't blow it off because Monday, there was some interactions that we'll talk about a little bit later. Solid match. Sami won with a Helluva kick. It left the door open for a rematch, some more. But I mean, in order for Karrion to get taken seriously, he has to win some matches. Like he hasn't, like not just PLE matches, just any match. You know,
I would love to
win
see
matches.
Karrion versus Sami a Saturday Night Main event. I would love it.
Oh, for sure.
And I would love to see Karrion go over.
He has to. He can't. He cannot lose two PLEs.
And I would love to hear Jesse Ventura talk during it.
Oh my god, no!
Him talking during the Goldberg match is going to be just wonderful.
Oh my god!
So
I didn't even think of that. Oh, that's must see TV in itself.
So then we get the U.S. Championship match: Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa in a little bit of an extra booking match.
Oh, what did you expect? Like
good match.
If Solo would won clean in that match, like if Solo would just went over and just nobody helped him and won that match, man, the internet probably would have exploded even more. But I'm such a huge fan of Solo Sikoa. Like he's so funny. Like during this match, he was doing the Jacob Fatu, like boogeyman strut. Like that's what I called it. Like it looks like, oh man, he was doing that. And the one where he overhead, he did the belly to belly on Solo. On Jacob, and he just got up behind him, and he's like, Solo does that laugh off thing.
Yep.
Oh man, hilarious! Like,
I enjoyed this match for all of that, and then we get to the overbooking part. A little bit of overbooking. JC comes down. Then Tonga Loa comes down.
Tonga Loa. We haven't seen him in like a year and a half.
Right. Right. Botch Loa come out.
Hey,
and then,
say that on Twitter. I guarantee you get attacked. Like there is a contingent on Twitter, and I don't know if these are just trolls. There have to be just trolls. They're like, Tonga Loa is the best wrestler.
Tonga Loa. Oh, stop. And then
he's so funny.
And then Tala Loa came out. I said
Tonga.
I said Tala Tonga. They named him Tall. They just put Tall in his name.
Yes.
Because he's just 7 feet tall.
You can't teach that.
You can't teach that.
And
in the end, Solo wins the U.S. belt. And that's his first singles gold, right?
I'm so not mad at this. I picked Jacob because I assumed Jacob was gonna win.
I did.
I think everybody assumed Jacob was gonna win.
I did.
But I don't think you could go wrong with Solo being the U.S. champ, especially.
No.
And Kenny, you said that they don't look intimidating. I don't think they're supposed to. Like I think I really. They're not going to be a comedy act, but like I don't think this is going to be a group that is meant to be taken super seriously. In my personal opinion.
Not totally. No, not totally. But he won, and that's cool. Yeah. And that's cool. Yeah. And now we got the Bloodline 3.0 right now, basically, without actually.
we're we're in the fourth and a half. We're in
We're
the bottom of the fourth inning
what
right now,
what inning?
according to
Somebody
Paul
asked
Heyman.
Paul Heyman, what inning are we actually in right now?
We're
Okay.
actually in the we're actually in the 15th. Like
It's it's
it's
fine.
one
I don't
one.
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with the bloodline. And the bloodline kind of leans into my list that we're going to get to in a few minutes,
Okay.
which is going to be fun. Then we go to the Queen of the Ring finals. Asuka versus Jade Cargill. And this was something.
What I learned from this match is Oscar is one of the greatest wrestlers on this planet. And this is no shade at Jade. Jade is just not there. But what Oscar was doing in this match was so impressive. Like she was doing the little things to pick up the slack and pick up the pace of the match. And she not only kept up, like she not only kept up with the oversized Jade who's doing these power moves, but she just did some innovative stuff that if you're just paying attention,
Yep.
like if you weren't paying attention, you wouldn't notice. But if you're paying attention, she just showed why she's one of the greatest, if not the greatest women's wrestler on the planet, arguably.
Her entrance was great.
Fantastic.
That came out to a dead crowd. She's constantly redesigning her tribute to Storm from the X-Men. And this was a great outfit. Loved it.
Yes.
I love the nod to Storm. I love the whole aesthetic that she has.
Mm-hmm.
She isn't there yet as that top tier wrestler, but her winning was the right move.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. We spoke about that.
It was not a clean win. It was a rough finish. It looked bad the way she kind of slid off of her and had her legs in a weird way and her shoulders weren't down the right. And look, in the end, she's winning. She won, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not upset at the fact that she won. Asuka showed out great. And
yes,
there's probably bigger things for Asuka on the horizon. I can see her and Io having a match at some point, whether it's for a title or not, and that should be one hell of a match.
Correct.
Just let them women go at it and go nuts.
Yes, I totally agree. I thought Jade felt the hate, and she addressed the crowd afterwards.
Yep,
in a very tactful manner.
Mm-hmm.
She did she definitely. I mean, because you really don't want to upset them. Like that. It's the last thing you want to do.
Not that week.
You know, it's the last thing you want to do. But yeah, she addressed the hate and because you could tell she was shaken up by it. Like it's not something that's very easy to digest.
No, not at all.
But yeah, definitely the right person won. And we're gonna talk about that when we get to Monday night.
Yes, we are.
Because I definitely have a few thoughts on Asuka and Io at Evolution. But then do we get to the main event after this?
We get to the main event. The undisputed WWE Championship. John Cena versus Punkonomics.
Somebody on commentary is like, it's disputed because there's a world heavyweight champion on another show. Was that Wade? He said,
it probably was Wade. That sounds like something Wade would say.
He was like, it's disputed because we have a world heavyweight champion.
I wanted to say that the beginning of this match felt really slow. Like it almost felt like CM Punk slowed down the match because John Cena was so old. And that's how it started. That's how it felt. That's not how it ended. And I wasn't sure what the hell CM Punk kept doing. He kept crawling up on his shoulders like that. I was like, man, what are you doing? I didn't realize that he was doing a move called the octopus that his wife used.
Yeah. The Widow's Peak.
Yeah, it was dumb.
The Devil's Widow. I don't remember. Something like that.
It was dumb.
So I did not watch this match in this completion because I promised my family that I was going to take them to see Lilo and Stitch. And the showing was maybe like 30 minutes after Night of Champions. So I had to go and get in the shower. So I went and took a shower, and I came out from my shower, and Seth Rollins was standing in the aisle, and he does this thing where he like reaches out and then he closes his hand and his henchman goes in the ring. And I was like, what is happening right now? Like, and there was so much chaos and there was no ref. So I thought the match was over. Like I
Right.
thought the match was over, and I was like, oh snap. Okay. Who won? And then shenanigans just kept happening.
It was so first, Kenny's just noticing your shirt, loves your shirt. I love your shirt also.
Thank you.
This match, the ref took a bump, oh no, and left. So in comes Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, right? Down comes Sami Zayn, right? John Cena is getting his ass beat. CM Punk is down. Penta's music hits. My man, everybody's running to the ring except Penta. I'm telling you, my man is listening to Smooth Operator in his head. He just was like, I'm going to do this move. I'm in Riyadh. I might not be here. I'm going to show everybody how slow and look at my...
I don't know if everybody can hear my music, but they can see my walk. They know my walk, so they know it's me now.
He took 4 or 5 smooth steps down to the ring. Like, he didn't care about John Cena getting beat up in the ring or CM Punk.
No.
And it was fine.
That was so funny.
It was great. It was awesome. And they got in, and then they all got involved. And everybody was all knocked down, and Rollins came in and knocked Punk down with the briefcase. And John Cena's out. John Cena got knocked out of the ring, and then Seth Rollins looks up, does this.
Bring me the briefcase.
And here comes Lil Nate.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes Lil Nate. Charles Robinson hustling down the ring. And he's coming, and he's coming. And he gets to the bottom of the ring, and John Cena came out of nowhere and shoulder blocked this man into July 4th.
Yes.
He hit Charles Robinson so hard.
Man.
He flew 20 feet in the air and just died.
Such a funny...
Lil Nate might be on the tape.
That's such a funny spot, man.
It was great. And afterwards, he was talking to Sam Roberts and Megan Morant the next day, and they asked him about it. And he said, at WrestleMania, there was no ref when he came running down the ring. That meme that's him running down the ring. He's like, I was at full speed because that was a pinfall. He's like, this was a cash in. He's like, I was running like 80%. And he was all nonchalant about it. Like, I was running at 80%. 80% still fast for a 60-year-old man. I
mean, for him, he looked like he was moving faster than Penta.
That wasn't like he definitely moved. He would have lapped Penta twice at that point.
Yes.
But he got knocked out.
Yep.
Cena jumped into the ring.
Cena hit Bronson with a huge AA. Like, that was impressive because
he was.
He's not Super Cena anymore like that. But
nope. And then him and Punk, face to face, work together to clear the ring. And Punk extends his hand. And for a moment, for just a snapshot, we had John Cena. We had Make-A-Wish John Cena back. For just a moment, they shook hands. They hugged. And then the camera focused in on John Cena, who had his heel face on.
And Winter Soldier. And then Punk whispered.
Punk said the secret word in his ear.
The secret word in his ear. And he turned into Winter Cena again. And he went.
And Cena went to kick him, but Punk was ready for it. Punk picks him up, ready to give him the AA or to go to sleep. And then Rollins jumped back in the ring, hits Punk with the briefcase. Cena rolls him up 1, 2, 3.
No. Rollins hit him, and then he stomped him.
That's
He hit
right.
him with the curb stomp,
He
and
hit him
then
with the curb
Cena
stomp.
just tossed him out of the ring, and
Yep.
then he just
And got him
rolled.
for the 1, 2, 3.
And when he pinned him, the ref just popped back up and popped in the ring.
Love it.
Like what a I mean, the ref was that ref was down that entire time
Yep.
until Cena pinned him. And the way he jumped up and jumped into the ring, it was like, this wasn't planned, guys. I just woke up.
Yeah.
I literally woke up and I saw a man covering another man. So I had to get in there and
Had
count
to
the
do
1,
it.
2, 3.
I didn't hate it. Like you said earlier, some of the finishes were a little questionable and a little clunky, a little too going from match to finish really fast. But it was fine. We got a new champion. We got Jacob Fatu loses his belt to Solo, so that's good. I mean, not good, but well, yeah, it is good.
I think it's good.
It's good for the overall story.
Because we get the rematch, right?
And-
Jacob gets it back at SummerSlam.
And Triple H said that this closes the chapter on the CM Punk John Cena rivalry. It's done. There will be no rematch. There will be no Punks. He said the one-on-one match is done.
Yeah.
That's
unfortunate. I think that's kind of a.
I
think this is not a great closing.
No.
To this historic rival, but then again, I didn't think the Orton match was like a great just final match.
No. Now, the bad thing about all of this is it is July 2nd right now.
Mm-hmm.
John Cena is not scheduled for any more shows until July 18th. Right now, he's at Wimbledon. Pictures all over.
Right now, he's on a press. He's on a press run for Heads of State.
That too, but he's out until July 18th, and then he comes back, and he rolls to the finish line, maybe in a wheelchair. I don't know.
I hope not. I really hope he stays healthy for this final run.
So do I.
Because he deserves it, and his press run, like him and Idris Elba have been doing some really funny and fun interviews, and they have really good chemistry. And Idris Elba is huge. Because he's bigger than John Cena.
I want to see that movie. It looks funny.
Yeah, it dropped today. I think today.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought Night of Champions was fine. I thought the final match was fine. It just people say it's overbooked, but I mean, like, it's kind of destined to be because say what you want, Punk and Cena, they both lost a step, and them putting on, the Chicago match again 12 years later just isn't going to happen.
They have great chemistry together. They have great chemistry. And that's, like I said, it started off slow, but once they got into their little rhythm, it was fine.
For sure.
So the list I have.
Let's do it.
I have a list that was updated March 16th or the one that was updated May 3rd. It's the same topic. But I'm going to go with the more recently updated one. All right.
Works perfect.
These are the 16 best pro wrestling storylines of all time. I was looking for something different. Okay. This is off of the Sportster.com, which I don't always love, but all right. The 16 best storylines in pro wrestling. This includes AEW.
Oh,
so it's
okay.
not just WWE. This is
okay. I like it.
Pro wrestling. At number 16, Terry Funk versus Ric Flair.
I don't think I've seen any of them.
This is old.
Yeah, this is early 80s.
Yeah,
maybe
this
70s.
Is old. This was before. This was when lines blurring was a little weird still.
Yeah.
This
was that when they ran? Did somebody get ran over with a car?
There was I Quit match. There was steel cage matches. There was pile drivers through tables. This was back when Flair was like the best heel in the world.
Correct.
This was great.
NWA Flair.
Yep, that's what this was. I remember this long blonde haired, gorgeous Ric Flair, and I think at that point Terry Funk was still 82 years old.
Correct.
At number 15, we go to AEW. Tony Storm versus Mariah May.
Too
I
high.
did not see it. I didn't see it, so I don't know.
Too high.
Okay.
That might be, and may, because they stretched it out. I would say it was stretched out, so that might be why it's so low. Phenomenal. It was a phenomenal feud.
Okay.
They squeezed every bit of juice out of this feud that they could, and it also had one of the greatest blow-off matches too.
I did not watch because I just don't watch.
I get it.
At
I'll
number
watch anything, Tony Storm.
14, this is like a little mixture. This is Triple H and Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker's streak. So this is back when Shawn Michaels and Undertaker gave their two sensational matches with the dark and the light, and Shawn not being able to come to grasp with his defeats
Failures,
and keep going back after him. And then it led to Triple H coming after Shawn Michaels' career ended, because he did and true to form, he, except for that awful match in Saudi Arabia, Shawn Michaels stayed retired. And then Triple H came back in and had a couple matches with him, back-to-back WrestleManias, which leads to the final, that classic photo of the three of them on top of the ramp together, Shawn and the referee.
End of the era match.
Yeah.
I don't think this is that great of a storyline though. This is just, I feel like this is just a bunch of good matches. But
that is more or less good matches as over storyline. Number 13 is another AEW, early AEW-ish maybe. CM Punk versus MJF.
Phenomenal feud. I think this is too high too. I think they had some of the greatest promos. Like, boy, you call CM Punk a five moves of doom or 5 promo moves of doom. Well, he used all 5 of those against MJF and then some, because those guys, MJF is one of the best talkers.
I agree.
I think we'll ever see. Like he at the end of it, well, not so much the last year or so, but at the end of it, I think he'll go down as one of the greatest promos in the business. And they had some good matches. That dog collar match, everybody goes back to that. That was just insane. Like, that was CM Punk's probably greatest match.
I think I saw bits and pieces, and I've seen clips of some of the promos, and from what this says is this feud is what pushed MJF to be the star that he ended up being. Correct.
Yes, this because he not only held his own, but he got Punk a few times. And it's funny because they've said everything that MJF has said about Punk has come true in the last year or so since he's been back in the WWE.
Oh, really?
He was going in on him about a lot of things, like, you're going to go back to, the company. You're going to be, because you can't handle it here. And it kind of all came true.
At number 12, one of my favorite feuds of all time, back in the 80s, Ric Flair versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was one of the greatest feuds in wrestling. One of the best stories. Ric Flair could wrestle back in the day. Him and Steamboat put on some of the most legendary matches in the world. It just great for me.
The ultimate baby face, because Ricky Steamboat has never been a heel. He's always been the ultimate baby face. Yep. And you have the ultimate heel.
This was NWA's greatest.
Oh yeah, and I mean, there's 2 other Ric Flair feuds that I don't know if there'll be storylines, but we'll see. We'll see if the 2 things that I'm thinking of beat Ric Flair.
At number 11, back to AEW again. And again, this is one that I'm not familiar with. Adam Page's hero's journey. His story with the Elite.
This
Ow.
This is too high for that one. I
Okay.
think this or this one should be lower on the list because I
Right.
don't think that's really a great storyline. I mean, Adam Page. No, no.
I said it took place. This thing took place over 3 years.
Yeah, yeah.
Was
It
he
was
hurt a lot during that too, or no?
correct. He
Okay.
got injured, then he would come back, and it was spotty. That's what I would say
Okay.
because he was part of elite. Like he's always been an elite. Like you know, be an elite. He will always be in those YouTube videos. And now he was trying to be a good guy. He battled he battled his alcohol addiction. It was a lot of things going on in there. But this ain't better than Tony Storm and Mariah May. This ain't better
Okay.
than MJF and CM Punk.
What about at number 10, the rise of the man, Becky Lynch?
As a storyline,
As a through storyline over the years that pushing her up to be the first woman to main event or to be in the first woman's main event of WrestleMania. And I know you're not her biggest fan.
no, but I paid attention to that. Like
Right.
I don't
Not a
see how
story,
like
not a storyline like that.
yeah, like I mean she beat up Charlotte Flair. Like that's really all you had to do is to
Well,
get
and Ronda
over was
Rousey,
beat
but
up.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, from the broken nose
Mm,
all the way through to the transformation, because she was a good wrestler, but it wasn't really until the nose got broken that really kind of pushed her up the ladder hard.
I mean, I think it was a good run, but I don't think like it was a solid storyline. I think
Okay.
things just happened. Like
That's
I don't
fair.
think anybody wrote it
No, that's
to
fair.
like
Um, Number 9, Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho.
great feud. Great feud. Like Chris Jericho, I was your biggest fan. Like I want to
Yep.
beat you, and that was that suit and tie Jericho.
That was suit and tie Jericho. Yeah.
Like the serial killer Jericho. Yeah, great
Yep.
feud.
That
Yeah,
was
yes,
2008.
great match too. A great WrestleMania match. Like
That was the ladder match, right? Or
was it?
there was a ladder match during it, but I don't know if that was WrestleMania.
No, it wasn't Wrestle. I don't think they
Okay.
did a ladder match at WrestleMania. I don't think so.
Jericho even punched Shawn Michaels' wife at one point.
Yo, suit and tie Jericho was a menace.
He was.
Like he was so like
And I love the fact that Jericho's constantly able to reinvent himself,
yes. Now
even
not
though
so
he's
much.
hanging on a little longer than
Yeah,
he should.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
All
yes, you're right.
Number 8, we're going back in the day again. We're going to Raven versus Tommy Dreamer from ECW. Woo!
I just watched the Behind the Ring or Beyond the Ring. Is that what it's called?
Dark Side of the Ring.
Dark Side of the Ring. There you go.
Mhm.
Dark Side of the Ring, and they were talking about Raven. No, they were talking about Sandman. And they were
Yeah.
talking about the feud with Sandman in the Raven and how the Raven kidnapped his son and had his son like brainwashed. But it reminded me, didn't he nail Tommy Dream up on a cross? Like did he, or was
Probably.
that
Is it
or was that
ECW was
Sandman?
crazy?
Or was that Sandman? Somebody got nailed to the cross, but
This doesn't mention that. I know Stephanie got hung on a cross, but not nailed to a. It may have
I
been
think
Sandman that got nailed to a cross.
yeah, I think it was Sandman.
Um,
But Dreamer couldn't beat Raven for so many years, and he finally gets like his one victory, and
let me
I
see.
think he lost Beulah in the
Sandman.
process.
In
Yeah.
1996, during ECW event called High Incident, Sandman was tied to a cross with barbed wire by the stable Raven's Nest.
Good time. What a time to be
It was
alive.
never aired on
Watching these-
television. ECW later issued an apology for the incident.
Yeah.
The angle was so controversial that Olympic medalist Kurt Angle, who was considered working for ECW at the time, left the event and decided not to pursue a career there. Damn.
Yeah. Yes.
Damn.
They talked about that in Dark Side of the Ring. Was like Kurt Angle talked about it. He's like, he's like my brand. I can't go here.
Nope.
Imagine Kurt Angle versus like a prime Taz. That would have been insane. Like Taz
At number
versus-
7, we have Batista versus Triple H. Which
that's
pushed
too.
Is
That's
it?
too low. I think so. Like a good story, but like think about some of the storylines. Okay, I mean, I
Eh.
respect it.
At number 6, the Bloodline saga. Is that too low?
That's
At
too low.
6. At 6.
That's crazy. You're gonna have to like.
Okay. Now,
Let's go.
these,
Let's go.
these top 5 need to really wow you and me, right?
Correct.
Okay. At number 5, I don't know if this is better than the Bloodline saga, but the Brothers of Destruction, Kane's feud with The Undertaker. I mean, that was
that was like a decade. Like, I mean, they fought so many times.
they did
Great story. Every
better
time there
than the
was always a
Bloodline.
new layer. Better than the blood. I mean, from a business standpoint, no, but
Right. That's a tough one.
I'll give it a push.
Okay.
For this one.
Okay. Number 4, Daniel Bryan's Yes Movement. Better than the Bloodline?
Yes. No pun intended.
Because it was organic.
Yeah.
It was so out of left field, and I don't even think WWE wanted it.
No.
Vince didn't want it. Vince didn't like it at all.
No.
Okay.
That I will never. I don't think we'll ever see anything like that again.
No, and the crowd's trying, and it's not working. I guess not as popular, but the crowd made Jey Uso a star.
Touché.
But not like that. Not like Daniel Bryan.
No, not like Daniel Bryan.
Okay.
Nothing's like.
Number 3 is this I think is better than the Bloodline, because without this you wouldn't have the Bloodline in a way. NWO takes over WCW.
And that's at number 3?
That's a number 3.
Oh, man, I'm really intrigued to see what's number 2 and 1.
But I think that's better than the Bloodline.
For sure.
Hulk Hogan turning heel at that point in time, before everybody realized what Terry Bollea was.
Yeah, like this not being number 1 is kind of crazy, but
It is. But we're going to stick with the Hulk Hogan for number 2. The Mega Powers Explode.
Okay, that's definitely not better than that's not better than the Bloodline. That's
but
not better than NWO.
At the time, I wouldn't put it above the Bloodline or the NWO or even Daniel Bryan. But that was some like, I'm a kid in the 80s and Hulk Hogan is my god. And him and Randy become, oh my God, this is great. And then it just, that handshake.
Yes. The handshake. No, I immaculate storytelling, right? Like that was long-term storytelling before they did real, in WWE at least, before they really did long-term storytelling. That was something brewing from WrestleMania 4, all the way up to.
Number 1 is better than the Bloodline.
Okay, let's hear it.
Steve Austin versus Vince McMahon.
Oh, okay. Touche.
That is
a worthy number 1.
That is a worthy number 1. It was so not done. It was just so. It gave how many people in the world did it give? I could talk to my boss like that. I wonder how many people actually got fired.
That's a good question, because I know there's a lot of Americans who watch pro wrestling who probably, hey man, you can't talk to me like that.
Nope. Really fast before we go into the Raw thing, I'm gonna quickly go down the other top 10 just to compare.
Okay.
10, 2011, the Summer of Punk. Okay. Number 9, Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker, career versus streak. I don't know how the Custody of Dom is not on this list.
It's a great point.
Number 8, they have the John Cena's current retirement tour. Getting better. Number 7, they have Becky Lynch's Meteoric Ascension. So that's 2 separate pages, 2 separate lists that it's on there. Number 6, the Brothers of Destruction, Kane's debut. Number 5, the Mega Powers Explode.
That's about where it should be, honestly.
Number 4, Cody Rhodes finishes his story. Not in the other list. It's a great storyline, but I don't know if it deserves top 5.
Yeah, no, not top 5. No.
Number 3, Daniel Bryan's Yes Movement. That's fine. Number 2, the Bloodline Saga.
Probably.
And then number 1 is Austin McMahon. So
the NWO wasn't even on that one.
NWO wasn't even on that list. I can't take that list seriously without having the NWO on there.
No,
it's not. Yeah.
McMahon, Bloodline, NWO, that's top 3, right?
Yep.
Those are the top 3 money makers, top 3 story. Like they just revolutionized wrestling.
Summer of Punk was great though.
No, it was. No, I mean, but Punk had another Summer of Punk in AEW where he was on fire. He had a decent run in AEW until the injury bug just kind of derailed that thing. But we go to Monday night. Monday Night Raw. Why is it that every time that I look at something, it doesn't show me what I thought it was going to show me? Oh, but Rhea Ripley does open the show.
Yes, she does.
Rhea Ripley opens the show. And
I missed Monday Night Raw. All I got, the Mark Henry baby. God, that should be in the top 3. The baby hand? Jeez.
And I just had a flashback.
Forget you.
I just saw that hand fly up. Oh my God. That was so funny.
Forget the NWO. Forget the Bloodline. We had the hand.
Sexual Chocolate Mark Henry was just a different level of great.
Oh my goodness.
Like, Sexual Chocolate Mark Henry was just so different. So great.
Yeah. But go ahead. Back to Monday night. I did not see or watch Monday Night Raw.
Rhea Ripley opens up Monday Night Raw. She comes out there and she says words. And Io Sky's music hits, which I love Io Sky's music. She comes out there and she says that at Evolution, she wants to face the best. She wants to be considered the best women's world champion of all times. So she has to beat the best. And she challenged Rhea Ripley for a match at Evolution, which is a pretty good match. But prior to that, I think it was on either Friday night or Night of Champions, Io Sky and Asuka had an interaction where they said that they hope that they get a chance to fight each other for the title at some point. So doing the Rhea match instead of the Asuka match, kind of suspect to me. And I said this on Monday night. I don't expect Rhea to lose this match because Evolution, and the reason I say that is because Evolution is a huge PLE pay-per-view for women, right? It's a bigger deal than the WWE's making it out to be, at least in my mind. When it comes to you fight at Evolution, you are at the top. You're the creme de la creme of women's wrestling.
Yep.
And Io Sky is pound for pound one of the best wrestlers in the world.
I agree.
But she's going to lose to Rhea. Like, this is going to be Rhea's moment. It's probably going to be the main event. It's probably going to close out the show. Exactly. She's beaten the best several times. Io has never lost to Rhea in a singles match.
Nope.
And this is Rhea climbing the mountain, getting to the mountain, and becoming the champion. And Evolution is a really good place to do it, actually. But
it is. I just want to point out, Kenny, I love her entrance and her music. It just that walk that she does where she looks like she's drunk and she's all like mesmerized by the music. I love her entrance.
I do.
Rhea winning the belt. What else is Rhea going to do if she doesn't have a belt, right? Like, the chase to the belt is one thing, but Rhea at this point is not like Charlotte having the belt. It's different because Rhea is earning the belt. Charlotte, it just seems like she's Charlotte Flair. She needs to have belt. She's Charlotte Flair. Here's the belt again. I agree that Rhea's going to win.
Yeah. And you know, that was a pretty good segment. And I mean, it just got us to where we, where we needed to be. Then we get Dirty Dom backstage. And AJ Styles walks up to him, and Dirty Dom tells AJ Styles, Dom is injured, and he has a doctor's note, which is pretty damn funny, by the way. And he tells AJ Styles to pull out his glasses to read his doctor's note. And AJ Styles, he has glasses.
Mommy does like this.
Hilarious. Oh man, hilarious.
I see it. The doctor says you're still a dumbass.
While I don't really I don't like these interactions. I still love both of these wrestlers. Like, I mean, this feud. I mean, it really hasn't hit its paces because I don't think they've even had a match yet. Like every time they're supposed to have a match, something happens. So I mean, once we get to the match, your greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time will come out on top because Dom is the greatest luchador on the planet.
Do you think so? Though?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think that. I don't think they put the belt on AJ. I think they keep it on Dom. Like unless
I don't have a problem with that.
Lingers
yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Longer.
I don't see them putting the title on AJ, man. I really don't. Not saying he don't deserve it. Definitely not what I'm saying. But storyline wise, I don't know where you go from there. But speaking of putting titles on people, the next match is the WWE World Tag Team Champions, the New Day. Thank God for those guys.
Yes.
Against the Judgment Day. And I didn't have this on my bingo card. I didn't even know this match was going to happen until Monday. And the New Day lost, thus ending the most disappointing stretch of time for the greatest tag team. Like WWE said, they're the greatest tag team of all time, the New Day. This is embarrassing. This was good match, great match actually. This is a fun match. Finn and Dom, Finn and JD, the head, have great chemistry with the New Day. But the New Day losing, just where do y'all go from here?
Did they turn again? I don't know. And where's the Judgment Day? So the Judgment Day isn't breaking up anytime soon, right? All the Judgment Day teases, I think I know what they're going to do. But right now you got what? You got the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. You have the Raw Men's Tag Team Champions.
You do.
And you have Raquel holding both belts at the moment.
You do. But
that's a lot of gold.
Plot twist. Finn went to one Mr. Adam Pearce and said, hey, I haven't all that hard work that Raquel did to get those tag titles. We can't just let that go to waste. That's not fair to her. We should keep the tag team titles on her and let Roxanne be her tag team partner and let them be the tag team champions. Ooh. And within 2 seconds, Adam Pearce was like, oh, that's a great idea. What?
So there's precedent on this though. They did it with Bianca.
They did. But it wasn't as there had to be a little convincing for them to do it. I felt like it didn't happen within a one segment, yes, I for sure. Finn is operating on demon time right now. He's in rare form because they had another backstage segment after they all won the tag team. They're all Judgment Day filled with gold. Right. Where do you go from here, though? Will they break up before A-Town Down Under? That's the question.
That's where the New Day goes. I don't know.
What?
I don't know. I'm just throwing shit at the wall.
No, you're right because they've been hanging out.
Unfortunately, I am right. What I liked what I liked from the segment that I watched with them giving Finn his way was that Pierce and Aldis kind of turned and then turned back. And then when Finn walked away, it was like, see, we can work together. And Adam Pierce is like, for now, and walked away. They keep teasing this little friction between the two of them, and I like it though.
I do too.
This is the best run of general manager that they've done since Teddy Long.
Yes, I could definitely agree with that. But that also set up for a match at Evolution, which is going to be very interesting. Where we have the women tag team titles are going to be defended against a team from SmackDown, a team from Raw, and a team from NXT.
So from Raw, you're probably going to get, I don't know who you're going to get from Raw.
Who are you going to get from Raw? You get Karrion, Zayn, and Asuka?
Maybe.
Maybe. From SmackDown, I think you're going to get Charlotte and Alexa Bliss.
That's what I think, and I have a funny feeling they're going to win.
Perhaps. I could. No, I don't. Honestly, I think Raquel is they're going to hold those tag team titles until Liv comes back.
I don't know. I can see Alexa and Charlotte winning, taking the belts, and Liv coming back during her rehab to get angry, and that is going to lead to a Liv face turn.
I could see that. I mean,
like, I always thought it was going to be Finn leaving with Roxanne or something and making a face turn, but I can see Liv possibly making the face turn because Dom's going to end up hooking up with Roxanne because Dom's going to be that Eddie Guerrero.
For sure.
Okay. For sure. Okay, Kenny, I like that. Alexa and Charlotte are going to lose, and that'll lead to their feud.
It's possible.
I like the enemies being tag team champions kind of thing. Like, we're not really good friends, but we're tag team champions. And anything Alexa does is fine with me. So more Alexa, please.
Touche. The question is, who's the team going to be from NXT? I don't know. I have to think on that a little bit more.
I'm not familiar enough. And with all the recent call-ups, I mean, maybe you get a Stephanie Vaquer. She's on Raw, right?
Yeah, she's on Raw.
So you get Stephanie Vaquer and someone for tag belts? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how they do this.
It will be interesting to see what teams they pick. Because, I mean, NXT has actually a few women's teams that they can choose from. And they'll probably have a tournament or something like that to get their tag team in there. But moving on Monday Night Raw, where do we have new tag team champions? Jackie Redmond was back on Raw. Thank goodness hockey's over. Goldberg had this huge video package. It talked about all these things that happened 30 years ago. Nobody cares.
That's nice.
And then we have a backstage segment where Chad Gable tells American Made that he has surgery. He was in arms in a sling. He has surgery. He's going to have to go away for a little while. But when he comes back, he expects great things from them. By the time he comes back, he expects tag team gold. And at this point, I honestly think that that's where they're going to go. I think they're going to put the tag team belts on the Creeds at some point.
Did you happen to notice someone in the background during that segment?
No, I did not. Oh, yeah. My man was kind of standing there looking in the back. Looking kind of stoic.
There was a man standing in the back. Apparently, this is the second week in a row. I missed it the first week.
I saw. Just standing.
Mr. Ludwig Kaiser was in the background, just chilling,
just kind of observing, being observant.
That's all.
Just checking out the landscape,
Yeah, just chilling, hanging out, having a good time.
Just having a good time. Then we get to another match. Rusev versus Sheamus. In the words of Big E Langston, he don't care about your 30-minute classics. He just wants two big meaty men with big chest bumping
Big
meat.
meaty men.
Yeah, big meaty men slapping meat. Like that's what Big E wants, right? And he got that because Rusev and Sheamus beat the living hell out of each other. That was a hard hitting match. Good match. Not a great match because I feel like they're saving some for the sequel. And I mean, one thing I noticed about this match, boy, does Sheamus sweat. Like Sheamus,
He's sweating
Sheamus,
Guinness.
his hair is all slicked back. He don't got much hair.
That's
Like
Guinness, dude.
maybe it is.
Or whiskey.
Boy, that man sweats like hell in his matches. But good match. Sheamus win. No, did Sheamus win this match?
No.
No, Rusev won.
Yes.
Rusev won with the Machka kick.
Yes.
Rusev won with the Machka kick. Really hard hitting match. The right person won. Sheamus loses nothing in any of his losses because he always puts on great matches. And Rusev needed this win. He needed a hard hitting win, and he got one against Sheamus. Great match. Well, great physical match because like I hope they don't put them as a tag team. I hope they don't bar this.
So he leaned down after the match and thanked him.
Yes. They're great. They're great friends.
Yeah.
Like they're great friends. And I just think Rusev is in a different headspace now than he was in years past. And I hope it stays that way. And I do hope they can find some way to get his hot smoking wife on TV. And then another backstage segment. Weird, because American Made is in the back again. I was like, why are you interviewing American Made again? But anytime I get to see Jackie Redmond on my screen, I'm happy. And I was like, why are you interviewing American? Whoa, is that El Grande Americano?
It is the greatest actual luchador of our generation now.
The greatest.
He was standing on a box, right?
I think it was a camera angle because like I think it was a camera angle because he just like when you hold a camera a certain way, it makes why am I forgetting her name now? Ivy Nile makes her look shorter.
Right.
Just made him look a little taller. It was weird.
It was a weird angle because he just looked a little
weird
taller.
angles. Yeah, he looked a little taller. He didn't grow overnight though. That's impossible.
No.
Humans don't grow.
No,
Humans
not at
don't
all.
grow unless you're Mr. Fantastic.
Right.
But I mean, he looked in great shape. I mean,
he looked like he's been working. I guess his arm's all better now.
Yeah, like they said he injured his arm, but I mean, it looked fine to me. It wasn't a sling or anything. It was weird.
Yeah,
but good segment.
It's good to see him back. I can't wait to see him wrestle.
For sure. Now
I can't wait to see him wrestle.
I mean, who knows when the hell
Kenny's comment.
Kaiser will ever be back in the ring? Like,
yeah,
they never booked this guy for matches.
I know it's weird,
but it is weird. But what I will say is, this opened up my mind to a lot of possibilities. What I want them to do is because every time Americano was in the ring, he always do thank you. But what if this healed Americano just like does the thing, the arms behind his back kind of mimics a different wrestler. Like what if Americano always evolves?
Yes.
To kind of fit.
Yep.
Whatever story he wants to tell because he's the greatest living luchador and he could tell whatever story he wants. Like who am I to say he can't tell? Like who am I? Who am I to limit him and what he can do, how he can emote?
No, not at all. Maybe he just likes standing like that. Maybe it's more comfortable.
I think so.
That's all.
Then our world heavyweight champion came in and just like ethered Goldberg on the mic. like Gunther is so good.
He's so back.
Yes. With the chant, like he's such a good heel. He's grown as a talker to the point where I think he can hang with almost anybody. But for some reason, the best wrestler on the planet decided this was the time he wanted to come to the ring and have some words. He kind of congratulated him. Hey, you look really good as the champion, but I'm Mr. Money in the Bank. And I've always said that I thrive on chaos. Paul Heyman is kind of standing there.
He got
And
a
Gunther
sexy new
says,
briefcase.
yeah, yes. I like that. I like the black and gold. Seth coming out with the Seth chain, like the Seth Rollins chain, which is ridiculous. That is a dope chain. But Gunther kind of, says, hey, you got bigger fish to fry with CM Punk. And it was like when they broke the fourth wall, CM Punk heard his name, the music hit, he runs out there and just starts fighting with Seth Rollins. And Gunther's kind of just taking it in. And afterwards, didn't like this. CM Punk put his hands on my world heavyweight champion. And it was unnecessary. Like, it was Gunther didn't do anything to that man. He didn't say anything to him.
I mean, look, he's got a belt with CM Punk once.
I mean, okay.
But
I mean,
Seth ran out of the ring, though, right?
Yes.
Seth ran away.
Man, it's all coming back to me now because Seth was standing there gloating, and then behind him, like the Undertaker, LA Knight
up in the crowd, in the 200 level.
LA Knight just standing back there with a bag of popcorn and just socks Seth, and they start fighting into the crowd. And Seth threw a cup of soda in his face and runs off. What a great segment. The soda to the face made me laugh so hard. It was like
I watched this, and it opened up Punk and Gunther. You have LA Knight and Seth Rollins. You have all these different branches now, and I like that. This is where long-term storytelling comes in, is you have all these different branches. Yes, Gunther's face looked like he was contemplating a lot of violence.
Yes, CM Punk got lucky. Like, he got lucky, because if Gunther really wanted to do something, it would have been something. LA Knight, Seth Rollins announced for Saturday night's main event.
Yep.
So that is going to happen. Good match. Good for LA Knight. I think he wins that match. I really do
LA
think
Knight?
he wins that. Yes, I think LA Knight wins that
Punk
match.
doesn't lose anything if LA Knight wins, because Punk still has the briefcase.
Is it Punk in LA Knight? No, it's Rollins in LA Knight.
Is it Rollins? That's what I meant. I'm sorry, I meant Rollins and LA Knight, and you think you think LA Knight beats Rollins.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, so again, what I meant to say was Rollins doesn't lose anything if he loses the match because he has the briefcase. In the end, Seth Rollins will be a world heavyweight champion. We just don't know which one. I think it's going to be the Gunther's one. It wouldn't shock me if he cashes in on Saturday night main event, but if he doesn't, I wouldn't be surprised either. Like, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it wouldn't shock me either way.
Correct.
I did like Gunther's line, just like his match is summed up in 3 minutes for you. Gunther said, of the video package dedicated to Goldberg.
Correct.
And he mentioned that 3-minute thing a lot.
Because I don't think their match might not last more than 3 minutes.
For a retirement match, I just want to see Gunther take Goldberg out immediately. Me too. Some slaps to the chest, jackhammer him, and be done with it.
Yep. I'm so for that. And I said earlier, we got the Judgment Day clubhouse thing where they're all draped in gold, which really let Judgment Day's kind of back. 2, they're looking pretty good right now. Finn's operating on demon time.
Yep.
Finn's just like that smile that he has on his face is priceless. He's so happy. Like he just loves. He's living in the chaos. He's living. He's enjoying every second of it. Raquel is growing into a character who's just not
Yep.
standing looking angry. She's actually emoting. She's actually having words now. I still wish Carlito was there because I would just love interaction with Carlito and Raquel. I mean, Roxanne's she just fits in well. And once Liv comes back, um
I
not
don't
so
hate it.
much not so much of a hot take. I could definitely American Made can't talk though. Like
That's
the Creeds started speaking on Monday and I was like, please stop. I think Ivy now has so much potential, but the
yep.
Creeds just wrestle, just beat people up, look
That's all.
goofy and wrestle.
Yeah.
And I'm so fine with that.
Yes.
But you're right. They should have had all the gold. Tag team. Chad should have been the Intercontinental Champion, and Ivy should have been the US.
I think Chad not having a belt at this point is a huge, huge, huge miss.
Correct. I said Ivy should have won the Intercontinental. I mean the US, but she should have won the Intercontinental, which led us to our number one contenders match for the Intercontinental Championship.
Oh, I forgot.
Lyra Valkyria versus Bailey in a match that I knew that this is leading to a triple threat. So this match had no stakes, but it was a solid match. It wasn't like I knew they were gonna do some type of funky both people win or both people lose type thing. And such a weird finish because both of their shoulders on the mat, very choreographed. But Jessica Carr just like counted and then she just made the decision so quickly. It was just like, give it a second. Like let it breathe for a second. Be confused for a minute and then make the decision. Or don't make a decision and let Adam Pearce make the decision. But she just made that decision so quickly. It kind of took away from everything to me.
Yeah. Yeah, a draw's really weird to have. Like you want to make it a triple threat. Having a match end in a draw is really weird. Like you don't see a lot of draws in wrestling unless it's like a count out or something or like a both wrestlers tapped out, passed out. Like you don't see a draw like that.
Yeah, just the both shoulders on the mat. Like you saw that finish, like because they had tried it a few seconds earlier. Like it did something where it looked like both of their shoulders on the mat, but they weren't. And then they just redid the same move and just weird moment.
Oh, that wasn't the main event.
No, that was not the main event. The main event came up next.
Yes.
Because we had big Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker versus a very beat up Sami Zayn who had got hit with a metal pipe earlier today by Karrion Kross, who was very upset that he lost in Saudi Arabia.
Good man.
And Penta, who still took his time getting to the ring because he's going to take his time. He's in no rush, right? He
don't care.
Absolutely no rush.
His best friend could be his brother could be getting beat up in the ring, and my man's still going to smooth operator down to the ring.
He gonna saunter down to the ring. Great match as always. Sami plays the greatest baby face from coming from under. You got two monsters. With Sammy's ribs taped up, it was just like, all right, he's probably going to take like 50 tsunamis in this match. He did not. Excuse me. But they did lose. Penta got destroyed by a spear from Braun Breaker. And I'm sorry, I got the hiccups out of nowhere.
That's okay.
Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed win the match, and they are not happy with themselves. They said, we're going to end these guys' career and possibly their life. And then Jey Uso's music hit. He comes out there with a chair and just starts hitting people in the face or hit people in the back because can't do chair shots anymore. Yeah, can't do that. But he did throw the chair straight into Bronson Reed's face. And Bronson Reed took it on the chin and then he super kicked Bronson Reed. They got out the ring. He summoned Sami back up to life, and that ended Monday Night Raw. I don't know where we go from here with Jey Uso because I don't want to see him fighting Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker.
or as Kenny coined him, Bronze Breaker.
Bronze Breaker. Yes, Bronze Breaker.
I don't know where Jay goes from here. I like a Jay Sami tag team. Been there, done that. Are you slowly drawing the line in the sand for War Games, which they officially announced it as War Games in San Diego?
They did. Oh
So
man,
are you
that's
drawing
such a
line?
silly
So
thing.
are you going to draw a line with Jay, Sami, Penta against the unnamed faction, and then maybe add one or two more on each side? Roman Reigns, is Roman coming back? He just had his 6th kid. God bless that man. Is Roman going to come back only to leave again? Right? Like Roman cast in the Street Fighter movie, Cody's cast in the Street Fighter movie. How does that all play out? Because if Roman comes back at SummerSlam and then leaves to film a movie again, Cody's not winning at SummerSlam because he's going to go film a movie. So you're not putting the belt back on Cody. So why are you doing Cody Cena now? Like, are you going to burn that now and have Cody lose again?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand what their thinking is with that. When is that? I'm just looking real fast to see when that movie is filming.
So they did announce the Survivor Series War Games in San Diego and what, Petco Field? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
It was
Petco
Petco
Field.
Field. I don't know what the hell it's called now.
Outside stadium, outside baseball stadium in November November. That's a recipe for disaster, man. I don't care what part of the country you're in. Unless you're in Australia where it's 100 degrees year round. I don't think outside venue really leads to good stuff because it could actually rain. Like that's like a rainy season. But what do I know? I mean, they get paid all that money.
No. So wait. So, okay. That's not until October. So it looks like production slated to begin in August 2025 in Australia.
Oh,
but the WWE isn't in Australia until October.
Okay.
So maybe, but still, like you're talking about again, them possibly leaving right after SummerSlam, the both of them.
Have you heard the cast of this Street
crazy.
Fighter movie? I don't think
It's ridiculous.
I don't think that this Street Fighter movie one is going to be like this huge, big budget, like
I don't know. Capcom's
blockbuster
behind it.
Yeah, but I mean, you did watch
I mean,
Street
this is
Fighter
supposed
the
to be
movie.
so. This is supposed to be released on March 20th of next year. Oh wait, it was originally set. I'm sorry, it's not anymore. No, they just cast David Dasmalachian
Yeah,
as
Weasel.
Bison. Yeah. 50 Cent as Balrog, Roman Reigns as Akuma, Cody Rhodes as Guile. I mean, it's a really weird cast.
Extremely. They casted what's my man? Andrew Schultz is
Andrew Schultz is Dan.
Yeah, Dan. I was about to say Dave. Same.
It is a very, very weird cast.
Jason Momoa is Blanca.
Jason Momoa is Blanca. Alan Richardson is Guile. Wait, this says Alan Richardson is Guile. That's not. That's an old.
No, I would say I
hate Wikipedia.
I don't know. I definitely I don't know where we're going with a lot of these stories, which is good, right?
Yeah, no, it's good.
It's not predictable. But yeah, Jay, I think they're gonna get back to Gunther. I don't think he beats Gunther again though. Like I don't foresee him beating Gunther because Gunther did talk about getting back to Jay, and Jay has talked about after he beats Goldberg, he's gonna finish Jay off or something like that. And I mean, Gunther J3 is a money maker. It's a good match. but I just don't see Jay beating him again. And then Rikishi just gets mad and starts cussing on the show and just says that the WWE doesn't know what they're doing because they're not booking his son correctly.
Yeah.
Sir, your son just had one of the greatest runs.
Right.
Like, say what you want about, like, he's in the midst of a really good run. So I think they've done pretty good by him. He became the world heavyweight champion. Nobody 10 years ago had that on their bingo card.
Nope.
Like,
Not at
nobody.
all. No.
So I mean, yeah.
We'll see what happens.
We will see what happens. But I think we have kind of exhausted. Oh, is it 7:00? We've been going 2 hours.
We have going
because
a little
of our
bit.
technical
We
issues.
have some technical difficulties.
And I'll make sure that doesn't happen again. I will delete everything if I have to, just to make sure I have one good one. It was definitely the website. It was not
Nope.
my old age. But definitely thank you once again, Matt. Thank you, Kenny, for popping in, giving us your wrestling hot takes, or just giving us very good takes, except for Matt's hatred of Nia Jax. She was my queen. She could have been my queen again this year, but she just didn't win. But Jade Cargill is now my queen, and thank you so much, Frank. Once again, I appreciate this. Is the best time of the week for me.
It is. Do you know that
and I get to talk.
next week if we get to do this next week, that Kenny and I will have seen Superman together?
Man, you know what?
We're going to
not
Superman
jealous.
on the same night.
I'm not jealous.
We get to meet up, hang out for a couple minutes before the movie, maybe after. Me, him, and Jack. That's all. It's just Superman. It's no big deal.
It's just cool. Just
Look
cool guys doing cool things.
Look up.
And I'm just home,
That's
lonely, by myself.
That's all right.
You know, like,
going to
that
Krypton.
sucks. Man, you guys are cool. And I hope y'all have a great time, really.
Kenny L and Frank L.
I'm really excited about that. Maybe we talk a little bit about Superman.
Maybe.
If we
But
have
anyway.
time. But for now, that is gonna do it for the Island of Relevancy. You'll catch us same time, same bat channel. Hopefully next week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I was about to say Mountain Pacific Time. That's weird. But let me cue up the music there it is. And we'll catch you guys next week. Once again, thanks everybody.